Debbie Newell was appointed city secretary in 2000. She has a Bachelor of Business Administration and Finance. For 15 years, she has done incredibly excellent work. Look at her evaluations. For 15 years, look at her evaluations. The city council composed of Mayor Steve Reed, myself, James Evans, Jeff Daly, Renee Francie, Holly Gocher, and Sandra Linson Bell gave her excellent ratings in the fall of 2014 and gave her a raise. Just a few months ago in the spring, we gave her excellent ratings and gave her a raise. She's lived through city managers Ed Thatcher, Karen Daly, Steve Alexander, Masood Abraham, and Mayor Sue Ann Harding, Byron Chitwood, Jim Morris, Tom Oliver, Steve Reed, and now Dave Dryling. All these people, if you notice, there's one thing about them, they are diverse people. They are different people. Catastrophes have come and gone in the city of Greenville. But Debbie would always be in the eye of the storm and treat everyone fairly and treat them with respect. She took over at a very difficult time in the city secretary's office, and I was here at the time, and it was disaster. And she took that very difficult situation and made it into an incredibly good situation. She's known for treating everybody with dignity and respect. Highly intelligent, and she's brought our records into the digital age. She has 15 years of institutional knowledge, which is just incredible. She excels in all aspects of her job. She's been a constant and consistent anchor for the city of Greenville in the midst of catastrophe and challenges and changes. Debbie Newell deserves our praise and thanks, not a backroom deal to remove her from office. You know, the most disturbing part of this separation agreement to me is that according to Mayor Dryling, when I talked to him, he said 2 members of the city council came to him at some time and said, we need to put this on the agenda. And that's good. We do need, if there's a problem with Debbie, we need to put it on the agenda. And then we need to have a discussion about it. But what happened was apparently an attorney was hired. Either Daniel, did you draft the agreement, Daniel, separation?
No.
So another attorney, when the majority of the council had to not know about it, because then that would be an open records violation. So not knowing this, 2 people and the mayor apparently go out and hire an attorney with city funds that's outside the city, with the majority of the council not knowing about it. Then they come back and give this to Debbie unknown to Debbie, which to me is incredible. And for the majority of the council to have this happen unknown, that's the biggest problem. Much as I love Debbie Newell, as much as she has been a ground cement for this city, probably the most important thing is that, let's say that if Mr. Ransom and Mr. Evans said, we need to get rid of Masood. And so they go out and they hire an attorney and they get a separation agreement without talking to the rest of y'all, and they present that to him. That puts him in an entirely different situation. So then these negotiations have gone on over the weekend, attorney and attorney, costing the city more money. We're paying an excellent employee not to work for us, which I don't understand. And probably the worst of that is the deal's been negotiated. It's good for Debbie. You know, if she's in this kind of environment, it probably is good for her. But it's a sad day for the city of Greenville. And what we need to learn as a council, what I hope you will learn, is to communicate with each other. If I was one of those other people that didn't know anything about it, a separation deal has been struck, it's too late then. I mean, if Debbie has any sense at all, she would not come back. She would not be happy. She would not work for this city. But that's something I hope we can learn from and communicate with each other. I mean, this is really basic stuff. And so y'all are in my thoughts and prayers. I hope things go well from here on. But this isn't the type of city government that we can be proud of. Thank you.
Well, I need to respond to that with law and policy, which I'm allowed to do. What Dan is saying is illegal. You cannot communicate with each other if there's more than 3 of you. You cannot do that. That's what happened here. So this is a government that we can be proud of because you followed the law. You did what I said, which is to not have more than 4 of you discuss an issue. I understand what he's talking about. That's great in normal society. You are not part of normal society. You are subject to very strict criminal laws. You may not discuss things like this with more than 3 of you, period.
Well, I guess my point is what you normally do is put that on the agenda, discuss it with everybody, and then if you needed to, hire an attorney. Go out and do that.
You had your 3 minutes.
Okay, well, I didn't know my buzzer was up.
Thank you. Carol, do you have anybody else? there anybody else that did not fill out a card that would like to speak?